Welcome, and thank you for joining us today for the virtual awards and recognition ceremony of the North Carolina chapter of the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials. Join me in welcoming North Carolina APCO Chapter President Grayson Gussa to present the awards.
Hello everyone, my name is Grayson Gussa. I'm the Training Supervisor for the Davie County 911 Center and also serve as Chapter President of North Carolina APCO. And on behalf of the Board of North Carolina APCO, I am pleased to welcome you and thank you for joining us today for the 2021 North Carolina APCO Virtual Awards Ceremony. Now, just like everyone else, I wish we could be doing this in person at the Wilmington Convention Center, but this virtual event is the next best thing because it still gives us an opportunity to recognize all of the great work that has taken place over the past year. It has been a truly unprecedented year, and your commitment to the public safety profession has been evident in all that has been accomplished. Particularly in times like these, it is important to recognize the true first responders who are working behind the scenes, that being our 911 professionals, whether it's from behind the headset, training new employees, supervising employees, or even putting technology to work. You all play a critical role in the operation of the public safety communications industry throughout North Carolina. Now, before we begin our ceremony, I want to first just recognize a few individuals who served on the North Carolina APCO Awards Committee this year, who helped in the selection process of all of the awards with the exception of the President's Award and the Craig Moser Award. The awards committee was chaired by Acting Second Vice President Tracy Trogdon and also included both Judy Caparelli and Frank Thomason. And there were many qualified nominees for each category, which made the selection process difficult for this group, but I do thank them for their hard work in selecting this year's winners. So we do have a full program for you today, and with that, we will begin our awards ceremony with the presentation of the first award, which is for Support Personnel of the Year.
The nominee for Communications Support Personnel of the Year has taken the initiative for community outreach in many capacities and helps keep the agency relevant to all generations of the community using social media outreach and virtual school events. She continuously provides support to all members of her agency that are far above and beyond expectations. Her love for her fellow man and her mission of service to others is evident in her personal and professional lives. And through her training and expertise, she has helped ensure that her Emergency Communications Center remains a center of excellence. This nominee has proven herself to be an invaluable team player within her center. And in recognition of her service, North Carolina APCO recognizes Myra Williams from Alamance County Central Communications as the 2021 Communications Support Personnel of the Year.
So now join me again as we congratulate Myra Williams from Alamance County Central Communications as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Support Personnel of the Year. We will now move to our next award, the Information Technologist of the Year.
When someone consistently does her job well, happily, and uncomplaining, they often receive little recognition. This nominee always goes out of their way to do their job well and takes much of the burden off his teammates so they can continue doing their jobs equally as well. During this nominee's 8 years with his agency, he has ensured that the technology meets the latest standards and operates smoothly. Not only does he understand the technology involved, but he also stays abreast of public safety technology and procedures to ensure that he has a thorough working knowledge of the workflow expected by the staff members. The person submitting this nomination indicated that this nominee does everything within his power to keep everything running as smoothly as possible, always with a smile on his face. in recognition of his commitment to service. North Carolina APCO recognizes Michael Greco from the Wake Forest University Police Department as the 2021 Communications Center Information Technologist of the Year.
Congratulations to Michael Greco of the Wake Forest University Police Department as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Information Technologist of the Year. Our next award presented will be the Communications Team of the Year.
The very nature of 911 calls are traumatic and life-changing. However, thanks to communications centers who ensure that their teams stay up to and beyond excellent standards of education and training, the community appreciates a sense of calm in the midst of a tragedy. By early 2021, this community experienced one such unthinkable tragic event when 3 officers were ambushed during a hostage situation at a private residence, while providing protection to the residents of the home. This communications team retained a sense of calm and coordinated with other partner agencies to provide support to the responding officers and ensured that a tragic scenario that could have ended much worse ended with no officers losing their lives. During this time, not only were they able to provide support and coordinate assistance for this event, they continued to provide assistance to all other calls during their 12-hour shift, including other tragic events also unfolding at the same time. This team's professionalism and stoicism without hesitation provided an example for all emergency communications centers throughout the state. North Carolina APCO recognizes Joe Meservey, Julie Smith, Portia Cloutis, Devin Hughes, Kevin Weber, Tyler Hilton, and Sarah Bond of the Baker team from the City of High Point 911 as the 2021 Communications Team of the Year.
So as you just heard, the Baker team from High Point 911 did a tremendous job and remained calm and professional during this critical incident. For their hard work, we congratulate them as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Communications Team of the Year. We will now move to our next award, which is Communications Center Trainer of the Year.
The nominee for Trainer of the Year serves in an emergency communications center with approximately 35 staff members. She serves on her department's management team and is responsible for ensuring all staff members maintain all necessary certifications. She works hand in hand with her director and has been instrumental in ensuring her agency was able to get their backup center operational. As listed in her nomination, this nominee has grown through the ranks of her current position of training manager, which helps her to better understand what is entailed in all facets of the job. Her knowledge and level of training for her staff ensures that her agency remains compliant and focused, often reminding her fellow employees that we save lives and we are liable. Her unwavering conviction ensures the staff members continue to provide a high level of service to the citizens of their county. In recognition of this person always bringing her best talents to the table for the betterment of her agency and citizens served, North Carolina APCO recognizes Casandra Reid from the Burke County Emergency Communications Center as the 2021 Communications Trainer of the Year.
Congratulations again to Casandra Reid of the Burke County Emergency Communications as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Trainer of the Year. We will now move to our next award for the Communications Center Director of the Year.
When asked, the staff of this nominee are quick to say that this person always leads by example. In addition to serving as the director for her Emergency Communications Center, this person also serves as an active member of the funding committee for the North Carolina 911 Board and has also previously served as a regional ambassador for North Carolina APCO. This nominee continually encourages the telecommunicators in their Emergency Communications Center to maintain their training and education, while also serving their local community in a variety of factions. This person's team truly appreciates their open door policy and the close working relationship that this person helps to foster with other community public safety agencies. The care and concern shown by this person for others in all aspects is always evident. And the person submitting this nomination noted that few people can claim to be the glue that holds it all together the way that this nominee does on a daily basis. For her continued service and dedication to the public safety communications industry, North Carolina APCO recognizes Stephanie Wiseman from the Mitchell County Central Communications Center as the 2021 Communications Center Director of the Year.
Having previously served with Stephanie Wiseman on the North Carolina APCO board, it is my honor to again recognize her as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Communications Center Director of the Year. Congratulations, Stephanie. Our next award presented is the Communications Supervisor of the Year.
The nominee for Communications Supervisor of the Year has proudly served her agency for nearly 28 years and will be retiring in June of 2021. She is responsible for a team of 10 to 12 telecommunicators and is responsible for overseeing the communications training officer and training program for the 5 communications centers operated by her agency. The person submitting the nomination noted that this person has a distinct talent of recognizing something in people before they realize it in themselves. And because of her mentorship, countless telecommunicators have moved up into supervision, teaching, and training roles because of her encouragement. This nominee has touched the lives of so many, both sworn and civilian. Over the past years, this nominee has experienced some serious health issues, but has continued to rely on her faith and not let these challenges affect her continued dedication to her agency. Throughout her health problems, she always made an effort to come into work and be visible for her staff members. In addition to her service to her agency, this nominee has become a fixture, presenting almost every year at the North Carolina APCO Telecommunicator Training Symposium and the North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference. This nominee has grown her people, encouraged them, and loved them as they found their way into being more than just a dispatcher. In recognition for her dedication, commitment, and service, North Carolina APCO names Connie Gartin from the North Carolina Highway Patrol Communications Division as the 2021 Center Supervisor of the Year.
Connie has been a true friend and mentor to many of us, who even during this past year, while facing many health problems, she's continued to be the same person that we all know and love. It is my true honor to congratulate Connie Gartin of the North Carolina Highway Patrol as the North Carolina APCO 2021 Communications Center Supervisor of the Year. I also take this time to congratulate Connie on her upcoming retirement in just a few months, following a career dedicated to the communications industry. We will now move to the next award for Telecommunicator of the Year.
This nominee has served for 23 years and works in an emergency communications center that has only 10 telecommunicators, and recently had an experience that no telecommunicator ever wants to go through. While working a night shift in February 2021, his partner had to leave early, leaving him as the only telecommunicator on duty. Shortly after, one of the police officers working was shot in the line of duty multiple times. The shot officer was the one who had to call the incident in on the radio, and this telecommunicator was solely responsible for handling every detail of coordinating the law enforcement fire and EMS response until his supervisor could arrive to help with the mounting call volume. Following the incident, the shooter remained at large and throughout the entire event while not even knowing the status or condition of the officer who had been shot. This telecommunicator maintained his composure and professionalism while coordinating with multiple other agencies. Even after this event, this telecommunicator helped with fundraiser events and has continued to frequently visit this officer as he continues to heal and improve, while still being able to return to work with his mind focused on the job. In recognition of his exemplary service during this tragic event, we recognize Jeff Lemon from the Kernersville Police Department as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Telecommunicator of the Year.
From the story you heard, the true professionalism of Jeff was demonstrated all throughout this tragic event. For his service and exemplary performance, we are pleased to recognize Jeff Lemons of the Kernersville Police Department as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Telecommunicator of the Year. Next, we will recognize the North Carolina APCO Commercial Member of the Year.
As a relatively new member of North Carolina APCO, this person has quickly stepped up to provide a high level of support for the chapter. In addition to this person's company being one of the first ever corporate sponsors of North Carolina APCO, this person was also quick to step in and serve as the North Carolina APCO Commercial Representative to the 2021 North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference Committee. In appreciation for her hard work and continued support of the goals and mission of the chapter, North Carolina APCO is pleased to recognize Jennifer Taylor of Horizon Consoles by the SBFI Group as the 2021 Commercial Member of the Year.
Since Jennifer came onto the scene just a few years ago, she has quickly proven to be an invaluable asset for both North Carolina APCO, but also for the public safety communications industry. In recognition of her support and commitment to the chapter, I am honored to recognize Jennifer Taylor from Horizon Consoles as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Commercial Member of the Year. The next 4 awards are the only awards that are selected by the chapter president, which makes it even more of an honor to be able to present them to these very deserving individuals. The first 2 awards that we present are the North Carolina APCO President's Award, and it is a great privilege and honor to recognize these 2 individuals for their hard work and commitment to the chapter.
Early in 2020, North Carolina APCO needed to quickly find an individual to step in and serve as interim second vice president. Having previous experience serving on the North Carolina APCO board, the executive board agreed this person was the best to fill the role. This person quickly jumped in and began providing immediate support to the North Carolina APCO board and provided a much-needed sense of calm in an otherwise unthinkably chaotic year. In addition to her duties within the agency and her service to North Carolina APCO, this person also completed her associate's degree in May 2020 and has since returned to school to work on her undergraduate degree. This person also served as the chair of the North Carolina APCO Awards Committee, which really made it tough keeping this award a secret. It is with great honor that the 2021 North Carolina APCO President's Award is presented to Tracy Trogdon with the Fayetteville Police Department.
So just like he mentioned, with Tracy being the chairperson of the awards committee, it was a bit of a challenge to sneak this award in without her knowing about it. But I will just again echo the comments again and thank Tracy for quickly stepping up to serve in the capacity of acting second vice president for the past year. Her past knowledge and dedication made her the perfect person to serve in this interim role during what was a year like none other for all of us. So again, congratulations to Tracy Trogdon of the Fayetteville Police Department as the 2021 North Carolina APCO President's Award recipient. We now will move to another incredibly special individual and the presentation of the second 2021 North Carolina APCO President's Award.
The second President Award recipient has been a fixture on the North Carolina APCO board, serving as a regional ambassador since 2008. She was instrumental in the creation of the Compassionate Care Committee, sending out hundreds of greeting cards and well wishes to those suffering illness and losses. Each word written in her cards expresses the otherwise unspoken support and kinship within the North Carolina public safety family. Her compassion and empathy are examples of the best qualities of our industry and help us maintain a sense of camaraderie. This person has also worked late hours behind the scenes during our Telecommunicator training symposiums and North Carolina Public Safety Communications conferences, using her sense of design and style to ensure all decorations are always special and unique. While this person will be relinquishing her role as regional ambassador this year, she is not going away. She will continue serving as the leader of the Compassionate Care Committee and will also remain actively involved in future chapter events. Because of her dedication, support, and most importantly, friendship, it is a great honor to present the second 2021 North Carolina APCO President's Award to Janet King from Randolph County Emergency Services.
This award was quite easy to select. Janet has continued to be a hard worker and an encourager all throughout her time serving as regional ambassador to the North Carolina APCO board. While her presence in that role will be missed, we are thankful that she will continue working with the board and the Compassionate Care Committee. And Janet, on a personal level, I want to thank you for always being there and always being the genuine, true person that you are. It is my great honor to recognize Janet King of Randolph County Emergency Services as the 2021 North Carolina APCO President's Award recipient.
The final award presented today is the Craig Moser Award. The Craig Moser Award was established by the North Carolina APCO Executive Board to recognize individuals who have made outstanding accomplishments to ensure the continued success and betterment of the chapter. For this year, we are honored to recognize two of our outstanding members who will be receiving the 2021 Craig Moser Award. The first recipient of this award is one of our commercial partners who has always been ready and willing to step up and support our chapter anytime he's asked. Over the last year that has been full of uncertainty and continual change, this person has always been a rock and has been an invaluable resource who is able to provide a business-minded approach when asked for assistance by the chapter president and executive board. In early 2020, knowing that the North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference was being moved from September to May of each year, which would mean there would not be a conference in 2020, he was instrumental in establishing the North Carolina APCO and North Carolina NENA corporate sponsorships, which also involved creating a commercial member advisory board to help provide both chapters with guidance as needed. And it is with great honor that we bestow the Craig Moser Award to Byron Burns of Carolina Recording Systems.
Throughout this past year that has had its challenges and constant ups and downs, there is one person that I've been able to rely upon to always be willing to help out and never be afraid to share his honest opinion with me, whether it was what I wanted to hear or sometimes what I didn't want to hear. But I truly do appreciate all that Byron has done to ensure the continued success and growth of our chapter, which makes it a true privilege and honor to recognize Byron Burns of Carolina Recording Systems as the first ever commercial partner to be awarded the North Carolina APCO Craig Moser Award. Congratulations, Byron, and thank you for all of your hard work.
The second recipient of this award is someone who has also dedicated an immeasurable amount of his time to ensuring the continued success and growth of North Carolina APCO. This person served as North Carolina APCO chapter president from 2012 to 2013 and later served as regional ambassador to the board. Earlier this year, following an unexpected vacancy in the role of immediate past president, this individual was more than willing to return to that role, providing his knowledge, skills, and mentorship to the North Carolina APCO board. Although this individual is normally one of the tallest people in the room, he is also reserved and quiet. But it is also known that when he speaks, he will always be providing valuable information and guidance. This individual has been a true friend and mentor to the chapter president, and as part of the duties assigned to the immediate past president, he has served as the chair of this year's nominations committee. It is with great honor that we recognize Lieutenant Ray Gilliland of the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office as a 2021 recipient of the North Carolina APCO Craig Moser Award.
The recurring theme for all of us this past year has been constant change and uncertainty. Ray has also been another who has quickly stepped back up and filled the important spot of acting immediate past president and continued to support North Carolina APCO. Years ago, I had the honor of working with Ray and truly appreciate his dedication and support not only to the chapter, but also for me personally. So it is a great honor to recognize Ray Gilliland of the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office as the 2021 North Carolina APCO Craig Moser Award winner. Congratulations, Ray.
The designation of senior member is an honor bestowed by APCO International to recognize individuals who have maintained membership for 10 or more years, made 4 significant contributions to APCO, including 1 at the association level. Over the past year, APCO has 11 members who have had their membership status upgraded to senior member. Today, we recognize and congratulate the following individuals for their continued commitment to the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials. Gerald Lynn Anderson, Judy Caparelli, David Dodd, Grayson Gussa, Dinah Jeffries, Janet King, Gary Michael, Wesley Reid, and Rick Thomas.
Hello, North Carolina APCO, and thank you for letting me take a minute of your time. Just wanted to stop by and say on behalf of the Executive Committee, we would like to congratulate those of you getting your senior membership. So, Gerald Anderson, Judy Caparelli, David Dodd, Grayson Gussa, Janet King, Dinah Jeffries, Gary Michael, Wesley Reid, and Rick Thomas. Thank you for all that you've done for our profession and for your chapter and for APCO International. So again, from all of us on the Executive Committee and your Board of Directors, thank you for what you're doing and congratulations.
So just has already been said a few times already, we did have both our immediate past president and first vice president step down during the past year, both to accept new roles that would not permit them to continue serving on the North Carolina APCO board. This was all announced during our last in-person chapter meeting hosted by Robeson County Emergency Services back in January of 2020. Although that seems like 10 years ago, it was just last year. After that, we did have a plaque made to present and recognize Stephanie Connor for her service to the chapter as second vice president and then as first vice president before having to step down to take her new role with the North Carolina 911 board. The plan was to present this plaque during the March of 2020 chapter meeting, but we all know all too well what happened between January and March of 2020. So as we near the end of our recognitions today, I just want to take a moment to finally publicly recognize and thank Stephanie Connor for her dedicated service to North Carolina APCO. Now, as we conclude our awards ceremony, please join me again one more time as we recognize the following 2021 North Carolina APCO Award winners. For Support Personnel of the Year, Myra Williams with Alamance County Central Communications. Information Technologist of the Year, Michael Greco with the Wake Forest University Police Department. Communications Center Team of the Year, the Baker Team from the City of High Point 911. Trainer of the Year, Casandra Reid from Burke County Emergency Communications. Director of the Year, Stephanie Wiseman from Mitchell County Central Communications. Supervisor of the Year, Connie Gartin from the North Carolina Highway Patrol. Telecommunicator of the Year, Jeff Lemons from the Kernersville Police Department. Our Commercial Member of the Year, Jennifer Taylor from Horizon Consoles by SBFI. Our two President's Award recipients, Tracy Trogdon from the Fayetteville Police Department and Janet King from Randolph County Emergency Services. And then lastly, our two Craig Moser Award recipients, Byron Burns of Carolina Recording Systems and Ray Gilliland of the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office. You all demonstrate the best part of the North Carolina public safety communications industry, and that is simply the people. So again, we congratulate you all and thank you for joining us today for this virtual award ceremony of North Carolina APCO.